Ryan Seacrest is another friend of Joan Rivers. Tomorrow night, though, he will host the return of a big event here on CBS. We're excited about that, too. It's called Fashion Rocks. The star-studded special brings music and fashion together. And Ryan joins Mr. Everything, Mr. Renaissance Man, joins us.
Ubiquity. It's like he needs another means to make money, doesn't he?
I know. You are everywhere. Before we talk about Fashion Rocks and all things Ryan Seacrest, let's talk about Joan for a second. What stands out for you most about her?
Well, you know, they tape the Fashion Police every Friday at the E Building, where I would do my show on a daily basis, where we broadcast my radio show. And she would be out in the hallway having an omelet before they tape the show, first thing in the morning. She'd be, you know, going a million miles per hour, and she'd be doing her shtick, even in the hall. So when I'd go out to use the bathroom during a long song, she would say things like, "That is such a great shirt. Do they make it in men's?" I mean, you just, okay, Joan's in the building working. But it was like that every time she was around, and I think that, as Melissa said, she would want us to laugh.
Yeah, you know? It sounds like we did that.
What was great about the reminiscences of people at the service was stories exactly like that, how she was so always on, always engaged by life.
Well, when you would interview her, you knew she had her shtick. You knew you needed to tee her up. And every time you teed her up, she delivered.
And you may be the butt of it, but
well,
that was okay.
By the way, everybody was always the butt of it, right? Including herself. But when you teed her up, she always delivered. Many times, I didn't know whether I was allowed to laugh or not, because it was, you know, the line was there, and sometimes it would go across, but you really did laugh at everything that she said.
You're here in New York because Fashion Rocks is back after a 5-year hiatus on CBS tonight. What's the connection between fashion and rock?
Well, I think that, you know, fashion is always inspired by music. I think you look back to great music and great fashion, and they're connected in so many ways. The artists of great music and great fashion work together, live together, hang out together, and so we're going to bring all that together tomorrow night live for this special with Jennifer Lopez and Pitbull. Jennifer Hudson was there yesterday at rehearsal, who's just incredible live. So we shall see. Yes, Miranda's going to be there too. So it'll be a good night of marrying those two things together.
But look at you, Ryan Seacrest. Are you living the life of your dreams?
Here she goes. She's sitting back on her chair. Am I going to get a lecture?
I feel like putting up my feet and taking out a cigarette. Let's talk about you. Because, listen, you're the only one who's worked for NBC, ABC, Fox, CBS, all of them very successful. But as a little kid, were you somebody who was daydreaming about doing this? Are you living your dream?
Absolutely, 100%.
What were you doing?
Not only daydreaming about it, I was making cassette recordings of me as Casey Kasem. Like, I was pretending to be Casey Kasem at 9, 10, 11 years old. I was dreaming of someday coming to Hollywood and getting a chance to meet him, and I eventually did. And then he, after getting to Los Angeles, he then passed the baton for me to host that show for him.
So after all that you have done, is there still something that you want to do? I mean, to act, to be a leading man, to have your own primetime television show, to...
I don't know. I mean, I'm taking this leap into the fashion world right now, and this is new for me.
He now makes his own clothes, Charlie.
This is new for me.
That's a big money deal.
I think that I love doing a lot of different things. I mean, I'm going to go from here to my Clear Channel radio broadcast immediately down at Macy's Herald Square. So for me, it's the constant activity that I thrive off of.
But your mom says, as a little kid, your dad's a very successful lawyer, and you said to your mom, I don't ever want to work as hard as Dad does.
Oh, I remember waiting for him to get home to have dinner. It's like, why is he still at work? It's 7:15.
And do you work harder than he does?
Yes. And I haven't had dinner in a year.
And you're turning 40 this year. You worried about that?
I was.
Worried about turning 40?
I was. Yeah, I was.
Yes, 40 is a big milestone. As someone who just turned 40, yes.
What were you worried about, Ryan? I'll sit over here.
Because I never really...
You weren't worried.
I never had really thought about it. I never thought I'd get there. I remember when my dad turned 40, we put a sign in the front yard that said, "You're over the hill." And it seems so old when you're a kid. Then you become us. And it's like, we're kids.
Yes.
40 is the new 20.
Yeah.
That's what I say, yes. I'll subscribe to that.
So I noticed that you're very dapperly dressed, and this is part of, you have a new clothing collection at Macy's, and I thought what was most interesting is that everything has a, a number, so that the suit matches the tie, matches the shirt, all lined up?
You can use the Style Made Smart system.
Garanimals.
Well, it's kind of like that.
Like Garanimals?
Yes. For everything, and from Sears, everything matches.
You can match it up quickly. For me, it was a system that I use in my closet because I'm usually rushed, so I hang things together that go together. So these numbers match up everything, so you can do the accessories and the suits.
It's very dapper. And Charlie, you and Ryan have something in common: Black Labs. He has
Oh, yeah.
Barkley.
Oh, yeah.
You have
I have Georgia.
Yeah.
Georgia's only 6, 8 months old, just got potty trained, so
Yeah.
that's a big step for me. And
Barkley's
yours?
5. That's already.
What do I need to be
already
prepared for?
Yes.
A great love affair.
Great. Well, I've always been
No,
looking for one.
a great love affair.
It's time.
You're always looking
She
for
will
one of
always
those.
be there for you, Ryan.
I'm excited.
Others may come and go. Georgia will be there.
We'll talk later.
Don't tell that to Shayna. Shayna might disagree with that.
Great to see you,
Good to
Ryan
see you.
Good to see you
Seacrest.
all. Thank you.
And you can see the return of Fashion Rocks. That's tomorrow night. That's at 9, 8 Central, right here on CBS.